I'm so excited.
Y'all ready? I'm excited. I really love this stuff. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's hit it. Let me make sure I'm recording.
So if you're new here, hi.
I'm really excited to see
I've
this.
done this before. Last year I made a video about my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke, and the game I played in it was Pokemon Ruby. It was fun, so here I am again, doing another. But this time I attempted to Nuzlocke Pokemon Platinum. I'll explain again super quickly how a Nuzlocke works. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route.
We actually lost the Platinum very
recently.
recently.
And you can't use it anymore.
So chat, I'm really excited to see this because we lost one randomized.
If you still don't understand, that's not my problem. Let's get started.
That's how I was not my problem.
This was my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke.
I'm excited. I love her stuff. No, not Barry. Hi, y'all.
So my friend and neighbor Barry is practically dragging me all over the place with his hyperactive squirrel brain, frantically trying to get a Pokemon as soon as possible from this Professor Rowan he saw on TV. He drags me out to Route 201 and is about to leap into the tall grass when, hold it!
Come on, Phoenix,
right? You
guys
know going into the tall grass is practically a death wish, right? What you're doing is basically suicide. Borderline insanity. What absolute moronic lunatics you are. Have you no respect for your lives?
He was like that.
Really?
Do you have any Pokemon?
No.
Do you want some? And
yes.
Like that, I have a Turtwig. I named him Turt and immediately used him to bash in Barry's Chimchar. I was
love it.
The routes, but right as I was about to nab the Shinx I found on 202.
He crit. Oh! Not the crit.
So no Shinx for us. But
I am happy.
Right. Shinx isn't that great this early anyway. Then I locked eyes with our first trainer. The first battle. Let's see how we fare against youngster Tristan and his level 5
Don't
Starly.
lose, please.
Oh my god. So in the first trainer battle I ever fought, I almost immediately lose my starter to a critical hit. Why do I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this? Nevertheless, we kept going onward through Jubilife City, where we caught Kronk the Zubat in the cave above Route 204, and Magikarp on 218. Magikarp, your name is Puppy. Just outside the city, Barry runs up and demands another battle, so I happily bash in his Chimchar again. And his Starly too. I kept on my way, eventually arriving in Orberg City, and nervously challenged Rourke. I was terrified of his but Turt landed a crit Razor Leaf and one-shot it before it could even do anything.
Not murder.
So that's badge number 1 for us. I made it to Floroma Town and was really excited because if you didn't know, outside the Valley Windworks you can find Shellos. And if you didn't know, again, I love Shellos. I ran straight to the grass to get my Shellos encounter, and...
It's not Shellos. Oh!
I'm not gonna pass up an encounter, so I very depressingly caught the Shinx and named it Failure to vent my frustration over not getting a slot. Failure Team Galactic messing around, stealing electricity, and this little girl's dad. So I beat up the grunt guarding the door.
Why she be swinging it with it?
Why she be hitting it?
Galactic Commander Mars at the end of the corridor, who I was scared of because she's got a fat cat that hits like a semi-truck. But I had a plan. Back in the Orberg Mines, I caught Dwayne the Onyx, and I ran into the fight because in case things got dicey, I would switch him in to buy time and heal up my other Pokemon. Basically, Dwayne was death fodder. Turt took out Mars' Zubat, and when Perugly came out, Kronk plucked off the Oranberry it was holding. But she got hit pretty hard in the process, and since Turt needed a bit of healing before he could get back into it...
Dwayne can take a scratch. Look at that. Dwayne is fine. He's fine, guys. Don't pull the sad nose.
Not Dwayne.
Dwayne's fine. Don't
worry Dwayne's dead.
Dwayne is dead.
Critical hit.
Oh my god.
Dwayne.
Dude.
Good job,
Dwayne.
I'll
give him that. Dwayne gets to live.
Somehow, when Dwayne was supposed to die, he hung in there on 1 HP.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
And you know what? I respected the hell out of him for it. I let Dwayne live, and Turt was able to take out the Perugly. What a legend.
The Perugly.
Then I put him back in the box and moved on.
Not put him in the box!
I caught a Bronzor I named Big Boy, which I happily
had. Big Boy.
Big Boy! Gardenia's gym, Kronk evolved, which meant no mercy for those flower ladies. Badge number 2. We slashed the guard bushes in front of the Galactic building and ran up all the stairs where we fought Galactic Commander Jupiter. Let's take a look at how that went.
Don't crit. Don't crit. Don't crit.
That's a crit. Wow, that's a crit.
No!
Oh, okay.
But
why she really be going through
it? It feels...
Oh,
memories!
Let's just hit it. Don't crit him.
It's gonna crit.
No. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Why so many critical hits?
That fight really knocked the wind out of me. I was shaking on my way back to the Pokemon Center when this lady Cynthia shows up and is like,
ooh, Cynthia.
Egg?
Egg? She did.
You want an
Yeah.
egg?
Anyway, even meeting Cynthia wasn't enough to calm my nerves, so to keep my mind off the absolute tragedy we narrowly avoided, I decided to start training up Big Boy on Cycling Road.
He evolved.
And then he died.
I practiced this game and
And then he died.
So before you push up your anime glasses and tell me that steel is weak to fire,
That's a glass.
which I know, by the way, the reason I kept Big Boy in was because not only is his defense an iron wall, but he had heat proof, which negates his fire weakness. But then he got crit. So, first death. I'm sorry,
Rip.
Big Boy. You never had the opportunity to become a big boy. I walked into Wayward Cave and found a Gibble. Gibble is an amazing Pokemon.
He
It turns
is.
into Garchomp, which is easily one of, if not the strongest Pokemon in the game that
Yeah.
isn't a legendary. Adding
Most
it to the
definitely.
team would give us such a huge advantage, and
Don't
now
tell me
there's
that.
nothing in my way between that and
It didn't stay.
No! Why would it look at the drawing? Just messed up.
And we're moving on. We arrived in Heart Home City where I caught DeVito the Ralts.
DeVito!
Involved. We had a clean win against
Yes!
Look at
Argentina,
that.
and some lady gave us an Eevee I named Milk. Things were starting to look
Milk.
better
I
now.
love
I was
Milk.
leveling up DeVito against
Go ahead,
trainers,
DeVito.
and when fighting this lovey-dovey couple,
let's go into Puppy.
No, please. I'd be so sad if we lose
Oh
somebody.
no!
No! Pursuit! It's dead. It's dead.
You're
It's dead.
kidding. You're kidding.
and that's why I hate love. In came Shrimp the Scyther I caught on Route 210. Some good news,
man,
on Route
not
213,
Pursuit.
I finally found a Shellos. I named it Squoop, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite child, but Squoop was my favorite child, and I wasn't apologetic about it. I trained it up, and now we got a Gastrodon. Turt ended
love
up evolving
Gastrodon.
too, so together with Kronk and Squoop, Maylene was defeated, and badge number 4 was secured. Outside of Pastoria City, I caught a Quagsire named
You
Lol.
caught a Koopa.
But when I went to
Quagsire,
the
yeah.
Great
Koopa.
Marsh encounter,
Koopa.
I was trying to get a Yanma and accidentally threw a ball at a Wooper. So now we've got Lol and Oops in the box. Then
Lol
I
and
spent
Oops.
Crasher Week with Milk, who is now a Jolteon.
Yes!
But literally
Jolteon,
next
yes.
door. I walked out of the gym and Team Galactic set off a bomb. I ran down the grunt who detonated it and took him out because he is weak. Cynthia appears again and
That
tells
is
me
weak.
to bring a charm to her grandma. So I'm like, yes, ma'am. We found her in Celestial Town along with Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic, who starts some evil Shakespeare speech about how everything is imperfect, so he's
Hello.
gonna blow up the world or something.
That was the
I don't know.
That's
I
crazy.
wasn't really paying attention. And then he wanted to fight. Puppy took out his Sneasel and I sent out Milk to take care of his Golbat. But Milk decided he wanted to be lazy and not only miss all his thunders, but also punch himself in the face.
Don't die.
Milk!
That might be it. That might be it. You're fine.
You can't be doing this.
Kronk came out and killed the Golbat
Literally got
because Milk was being
obliterated.
difficult, but I gave him a second chance and he took out the Murkrow.
Good job.
Anyway, here's your dusty charm. I went out and caught a Magnemite named C, then arrived in
Here's a
Cantaloupe
dusty
City where we
charm.
barged into Byron's gym and demolished his team with Scoop and Turd. Then Team Galactic sets off another bomb, this time at Lake Valor. So Barry,
You said
Professor
They keep
Rhodes,
blowing up
Assistant
stuff.
Lucas, and I split up to check on the lakes. As I'm strolling past all the flopping Magikarp, I run into Galactic Commander Saturn, who we swept the floor with.
Oh,
After that,
Caesar,
we
I
went
forgot
to
it,
Lake
balls.
Verity, where we did the exact same
Really?
with Mars. There
Yeah, I
was
wasn't
a part
thinking
where
about
Turk
side
got
evolution.
crit and almost died.
Oh god. Oh god.
But we're fine, he's fine. Finally, we had to
He's fine, he's fine.
Lake Acuity, and after trekking through 6 feet of snow for like a mile, we get there to find Barry at the top of a cliff like, ha ha ha, you can't climb rocks. Come back when you can climb rocks, loser.
Damn.
I'll
Trash.
go fight Candace's gym now, I
Garbage.
guess. Now, we've been having some good type matchups with the past few gyms, so I haven't really been nervous about most of them, but Candace uses ice types, which like
It's
half
actually my
my
favorite
team is
song.
weak against. Which, you know, nervousness rising. Not only was I at a massive type disadvantage,
Nobody
but
liked
the main
ice.
threats on our team were her Abomasnow because it hits like a truck and sets up hail, and her Frostlass because it'll use the hail from the Abomasnow to heighten its evasiveness with Snow Cloak, spam double teams, and then just sweep my team. I walked in, took a deep breath, which didn't make me feel better at all, and started the battle. Shrimp took out her Sneasel and Scoop took out her Piloswine, almost dying in the process.
makes me wanna
And then she
Nuzlocke
finally
again.
brought out the
Right.
big bad Abomasnow. Since it's grass ice type, I taught Puppy Fire Blast. Yeah, I didn't know we could. Anyway, I wasn't sure it could one-shot because Puppy's not a special attacker, and lo and behold, it didn't.
It didn't miss.
Nah, I think a tank.
Please
Ooh.
kill it. Please. It's quad. It's quad.
Wow.
Eventually, Puppy took it out, but that was absolutely terrifying. Last but not least,
I would have screamed.
Frostlass. I wanted to have Swoop rain dance to get rid of the hail so Frostlass's snow cloak isn't activated, but since Swoop was sitting at a not-so-chill 20 HP, that wasn't gonna work out super great. However, since I didn't want Kronk to be in this fight at all, right before the fight, I swapped her with Failure the Shinx.
Failure.
Not failure.
Sorry, little guy.
Oh
Failure looked up at the looming death that was Frostlass in front of her, and as I healed up Swoop, Failure was killed in its blizzard.
Oh my God.
Unfortunate we had to
That's
resort
so bad.
I give Failure a salute.
That's
for
so
stepping
messed
up and
up.
How sad it was. It's like,
came
wait.
out, got off the
I gotta
ring
fight.
dance, and after a close battle, was able to pull through. We won, but it wasn't without sacrifice. We had a moment of silence for Failure, the true
For
MVP
Failure.
of the fight.
I felt so bad for failure. You saw how cute it
Failure,
was?
it was so
like-
adorable.
I want to go back.
Got
It's
up
like,
there, Barry's
I
got
want to help.
snot dripping down his face, crying in the snow because he got beat up by Jupiter, who looks at me and is like, "See ya, I'm going to Veilstone HQ."
Aw, he trash.
I'm gonna go to Veilstone. We start running through the base trying to find
I'ma
Cyrus,
leave.
but when fighting this scientist,
Psychic.
No, not the swoop. Not the swoop.
Porygon
Not the swoop.
2
Not the swoop.
freaks
Okay.
me out. It is
That's
way
fine.
too powerful, way too bulky, and it's way too weird.
Weird.
I do like Porygon 2.
It's gonna
I
crit.
like a
It's gonna
Porygon.
crit. It's gonna crit. It's gonna crit. No. No! I knew it.
No! No! Swoop!
No, I'm so
I knew it was
upset.
okay.
You know,
Kurt came out.
I
and
wasn't
Kurt
okay.
stomped
I'm
the
so
Porygon 2 out of
upset.
Vengeance, but to put it lightly, I wasn't taking that too well.
No.
that was her favorite Pokemon.
My
Look at his
heart
face.
is breaking.
Shocked.
I'm,
In
like,
shock.
actually sad.
But life doesn't stop when your dog dies, so I had to keep trucking and brought Law the
Oh,
Quagsire to
little
the team.
Quagsire.
With an
Dog
intense,
Coop is here and
blood-curdling
there.
thirst for revenge, I stormed into Cyrus's room.
Go ahead, Caesar.
Ah.
Right.
Fight! Shrimp and Milk
Right.
took out his team in no time. I
Fight.
snatched his Master Ball and used his teleport pad to enter the basement where Mess Spirit, Azelf, and Yuxi are all being held captive. Fight! And like Cyrus, after releasing
Fight.
the Lake Guardians, we head to Mount Coronet because Cyrus wants to go there and destroy the planet, I think. And we catch up to him at the Spear Pillar. Before we can run up and attack him, Mars and Jupiter step in. Then Barry arrives. Honestly, I have no idea how he found us all here. And it's like, I'll help. Lal takes out both their Bronzors, Mars's Pruggly, and Barry's Munchlax. So I thought, you know, it was all
Details.
smooth sailing, right?
Oh no.
Well,
Well,
Wow, Barry.
Barry keeps
Really
missing.
doing a lot for the team, aren't ya? Oh my god, no, it has
It's
Giga Drain?
4x. Oh no. Don't crit.
No,
Don't crit.
oh
It
no,
crit.
oh no! It was a crit!
not only did I not know their Golbat had Giga Drain for some reason, but it also got a crit. So I was starting to feel bad, but then I started panicking. The thing is, after you fight Mars and Jupiter, you have to go into the distortion world and fight Cyrus and Giratina. If Cynthia
Oh my
forces us
God.
into the distortion world without us being able to get a new member, we're in massive trouble. We finished up the battle
Yeah.
and Cyrus starts his whole spiel about how the world is imperfect, blah blah blah, everything must die except for me. Then he gets swallowed up by Giratina, a hole opens a rip in space leading to the distortion world, and I'm kind of just standing off to the side twiddling my thumbs like, Cynthia, please don't shove me in there without my consent.
Cynthia, can I go? I have something
Can I leave?
Please, can I
Can I
go?
leave?
Are you ready?
No.
No, I'm not. Let me go. I'm
Mhm.
free. Holy crap. Get me out of here. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, lol. We just got you, and then you died. But luckily,
Life comes at you
remember when I
fast.
accidentally caught that whooper while trying to get a Yanma?
Oh.
It's time, oops. You were no accident. You're our lucky star who will carry us to victory. We got settled up, came back to the spear pillar where Cynthia was just sitting there waiting for us, and hopped in. Everything is topsy-turvy and the Lake Guardians are telling me to push boulders into holes. And suddenly I'm on a floating crest of land with Cynthia, who's basically like, Cyrus, get
Right,
lost and never
basically.
come back. And Cyrus didn't like that. So he came at me.
This is
Oops
a
took
bad
out his
Pokemon.
Houndoom and his Gyarados came out, so I switched to Milk. But I was very terrified because Cyrus's Gyarados has Earthquake. So if Milk misses his Thunder here, he dies.
He's
Yeah.
died
And Milk is
completely.
notorious
Milk hit.
for missing his thunders. But it
Milk hit.
Milk
Yay,
lives
Milk
another day.
hit!
Milk
What's up,
took out
Milk?
Cyrus's Crobat and Haunch Crow, and Shrimp finished up his Weavile. Cyrus steps
Aw.
aside.
Yay!
and
I
suddenly
love
Yes.
his
it's me
I love Milk.
and the Angel of Darkness itself, Giratina.
Master Ball. She make it look so scary. Not making it look terrifying.
Wow.
I'm loving this animation
is
so
great.
much. This feel like the Steven universe right now.
I know it does. I was just thinking about this.
Yep, use it. Forget the encounter.
I threw the Master Ball, and like that, it was over. I
Mhm.
saved the world. Now to get back to my gym badges. I
Right.
went to Sunshore City and started making my way through Volkner's gym. I know he's the 8th gym leader and he's supposed to be tough, and apparently he's depressed because everyone who challenges him isn't good enough and he's bored. But I wasn't concerned. We have Oops, and none of his Pokemon can do
Oops.
anything about it. It's not like they have Giga Drain or anything, right? They didn't, I checked. Oops was just breaking everything, and at the end, I'll admit, I got a bit scared.
Okay, don't crit. If you
It definitely
Giga
crit.
Impact,
Ooh, that
would be
Giga
really
Impact.
Holy.
But it's
Good
all
stuff.
good. We're all good. And with that, off to
Yay!
Victory Road we
This-
went, where we cut ourselves
Let's
a
go,
gabite
Oops.
I named Flakes. Would have been nice
Flakes.
to have one, I don't know, near the beginning of the game, say, in Wayward Cave, you know.
Mhm.
But whatever. Better late than never. It's good to have just in case something goes horribly wrong out of nowhere.
Not Brave Bird.
Like
Oh,
basics.
it
Yeah,
crit.
It is. It's
It
an
crit.
amazing. Whoa,
It crit.
whoa, whoa,
It
whoa, whoa,
crit.
whoa. No!
Critical hits be messing her
Oh!
up. Critical hits be messing her up horribly. That sucks.
Oh dear. And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. After
Oh,
Puppy
I would've
died,
been
I
so
stepped back
angry.
and decided the team we go into the Elite Four with needs to be the best possible team we can build. The Elite Four here goes pretty hard,
Yeah.
so
She
I
must
couldn't
be
go
a
in
good,
willy-nilly
at least
just
decent Pokemon
hoping for
trainer
the
to be able to get
best.
through
After
Platinum.
literally a few hours of calculations and research, I settled on a team I thought would give us the highest possibility of
Colgate.
winning. I
Hello,
added Flakes to the
Colgate.
team in place of Puppy, and with a heavy heart,
Let's
left
go.
Milk and Kronk behind as I brought C, the now
No
Magnezone,
Milk.
and Colgate
They
the
had to
Toby
pick the
Kiss I
best.
hatched from the
Yeah,
egg
that's
Cynthia
true.
gave me. Even though I was sad to not bring Milk and Kronk into the final
Y'all
battles
did
with
well.
us, they won't be forgotten. And it doesn't negate the fact they were such huge assets to the team, and I wouldn't have made it this far without them. I'll see you
Aw.
guys on the other side. I took a step towards the doors of no return, and immediately
I like
got
this.
interrupted by Barry,
Ah!
who wanted to have one last fight.
I hate Barry.
I hate him
Anyway,
too.
Anyway.
In other news,
What was it, Sephiroth?
right.
welcome. This is the Elite Four. The battle starts, and C takes out Aaron Zeon, Mega, and Vesterquin.
Alright.
Oops takes out his Drapion, and
Mm-hmm.
Colgate takes out his Scissor and Heracross. Next
That's
up
really
is
good smart to
Bertha.
be Togetic. Why's she going through this?
Bertha loves ground types, but Turt and Oops had a smooth time smashing through her team. I felt a horrible shiver when her Rhyperior came out, but things went well.
Go ahead.
On to
Come
Flake.
on.
Mm-hmm. Here come the no more shocks.
This is Sephiroth for real.
Right. What's going on with her? She about to lose somebody. That's
Yeah,
why
she's
it's
It
about
was
happening.
a
to
pretty
lose
scary
completely.
team, but luckily Oops and Flakes had no trouble plowing through them as well. And with that, we're on to the last member.
Go ahead and do the thing
Lucian.
again.
Now, Shrimp hasn't had much time to shine in these
I
fights
feel
so
like I'm
far,
watching all
so I
this
decided I wanted to let her go all out. She
That's
set
it.
up sword stances and bullet punched everything. Proud of
That's
you, Shrimp.
good.
And suddenly, I'm at the entrance to the champion. The trainer who's been known to crush dreams in a single battle,
Cynthia ain't
and many
weak.
still fear
Cynthia
to
is
this
very
day.
strong.
I took a deep breath.
Cynthia.
Things are going surprisingly well.
Fine one.
Lord,
I
no,
don't know
look.
how to feel about
I can
it.
chill.
But I looked up,
Uh-huh.
and there she was.
Come through
At
Cynthia.
this moment, I have only one last objective. Defeat Cynthia. She leads with Spiritomb, which has no weaknesses, so I sent out Turt to hit it as hard as possible. Flakes takes out her Togekiss, and then her Garchomp comes out.
That's
this
hers, not
is known
hers.
to be one of the toughest boss Pokemon in the entire franchise, and rightfully so. That thing was made by Satan himself, and I'm sure even he fears what he has created. I immediately switched to Oops, who's the only Pokemon that can lead us.
You can do this, Oops!
I planned to put it to sleep with Yawn, and then Ice Beam it until it died. That was our only hope.
Oops died.
But then,
no, I love Oops.
that was it. Nothing on my team can take a hit from this monster, and even if they could, they couldn't do much damage back. I sat there in disbelief, knowing there wasn't anything I could have done, and the battle is basically unwinnable now. I brought out Shrimp to bullet punch it so we could get in a little bit of damage, but
Fire Blast or something like that.
She was killed. Colgate tried to chip away at it.
Did we lose?
Damage too, but was crit one shot. At this point,
I
had accepted defeat. Only Turt, C, and Flakes were left. It's hopeless at this point. Flakes came out, and against all odds,
beat it.
Flakes outsped Cynthia's Garchomp.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He could do it. He was 2 levels weaker, and I don't know. I just didn't think he could outspeed it. Suddenly, there was a chance. We could win this after all. Cynthia brings out her Milotic, which C took out with a few Thunderbolts. Flakes took out the Lucario with Dig. Look, my Earthquake TM is on Scoop, and we all know what happened there. Finally, our last Pokemon comes out. Roserade. Flakes went in for the Dragon Claw, and
missed.
The battle is over.
Yay!
Cynthia is congratulating me. A sudden feeling of overwhelming guilt washes over my entire body.
Why?
So intense it almost knocks me down.
Why?
I don't think I deserve this. Something here isn't right. This wasn't meant for me. Back in the distortion world when Giratina split me in 2, how do I know I'm me? What happened in the other timeline where I saw glimpses of what happened parallel to this world, that was me too. Those things happened. Was that the ending I'm destined to have? The world I'm living in now is how I want things to be, but the other Jaiden is equally me as I am her. Even if you might think I deserve this dimension, things don't work like that. Are there some things you can't escape, even when you try everything you can do to alter it? I don't know the answer. I may be able to sit on this throne now and thank all the Pokemon that put in everything to help me get here. All the hard work, blood, sacrifices we made. But I don't think I can ever accept this victory. I don't know what ending was meant for me. And I don't think I ever will.
I feel like I'm at the end of Final Fantasy.
That was really good.
I feel like, oh, my heart goes
that, no, I got chills.
Do I got chills too? I got chills. I feel like I'm at the end of Final Fantasy. When you got the bad ending, it's just like,
oh man,
it's like I was so happy, but I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
That is so cool. Why do I have this many chills? It's like showing.
I know too. All right, this is show. Probably closing out. We need to show you her YouTube. If y'all want to see more amazing work, this is JaidenAnimations on YouTube. JaidenAnimation on YouTube. I got chills. That was actually really good.